Julian sat beside Caleb on a fallen log. They spoke in hushed, coded words. Leo's presence would stop their conversation. They exchanged a few quiet remarks. Suddenly, Leo looked at Julian. He simply said his name, Julian. Julian's body went rigid for a moment. He asked what was wrong. Leo smiled, saying it had a nice ring to it. Both men were startled. Caleb cautiously asked what he meant by that. Leo looked down with a shy expression. He claimed that he understood everything. Leo pulled a small bag of cherries from his pack. He sat next to Julian and began eating them. His head was lowered in concentration. After a moment, he pushed a handful toward Julian. Julian was about to say something. He felt the fruit being placed in his mouth. Leo asked him if they were sweet. Julian nodded slowly. Leo ate a few himself. He then noticed Caleb watching them. He offered some to Caleb as well. Caleb seemed jealous but accepted with a calm face. Then, as if possessed, he asked a strange question. He wondered if pitting the cherries was difficult. Leo glanced at them. He said it was fine since he had a small tool. Caleb nodded, but his eyes seemed to lose their light. After Julian finished the cherries, Leo wanted to stretch. Ryan approached them from a nearby path. He called out Leo's name. He asked if Leo wanted to explore another trail. Leo was feeling restless anyway. He nodded in agreement. After telling Julian, Leo left with Ryan. They strolled along a winding trail. The air was crisp with the scent of pine. Ryan suddenly brought up the morning. He asked if Leo had watched the sunrise with Julian. Leo confirmed that they had. Ryan expressed his surprise. He mentioned his own excitement about the view. He asked if it was as good as he imagined. Leo said it was beautiful. He added that it offered a unique perspective. Ryan was curious about what kind of perspective. Leo replied that it felt like standing shoulder to shoulder with the sun. A rustling sound came from the bushes ahead. They moved closer to investigate. It was a large wild turkey. Ryan's eyes lit up instantly. He suggested they catch it for dinner. Their meat supply was running low. Only instant noodles were left. But Leo shook his head. He looked at a mole near Ryan's eyebrow. He said they were civilized people. They should follow park rules about wildlife. Besides, that turkey looked dangerous. Ryan glanced at the plump bird. He asked what could be dangerous about it. Leo put on a serious face. He explained that any animal that gets fat in the wild is not simple. Ryan immediately grew tense. He and Leo stood frozen in place. He looked at Leo with newfound admiration. He was surprised Leo knew so much. Leo just waved his hand dismissively. He claimed it was just accumulated experience. Ryan nervously eyed the juicy turkey. He asked what they should do now. Leo told him to let it pass first. Ryan agreed without hesitation. 10 minutes later, Ryan's legs started to ache. He wondered why the turkey hadn't left yet. Leo thought for a moment. He suggested this might be its nesting area. Ryan was shocked by the idea. He noted how exposed the spot was. It seemed vulnerable to predators or people. Leo shook his head again. He said that Ryan didn't understand. The true hunter often appears as the prey. Ryan's face showed dawning comprehension. He murmured that he finally understood. They stood motionless for another 5 minutes. Ryan asked Leo for their next move. Leo lowered his voice. He instructed Ryan to walk away quietly. They must not startle the turkey. Ryan confirmed he understood. The two tiptoed away like thieves. Once they were a safe distance away, they both relaxed. Ryan expressed his relief. He was grateful for Leo's guidance. Leo accepted the thanks casually. Then, looking at Ryan, something occurred to him. He asked about Julian's mother. He had never seen her. The question was abrupt. Ryan was taken aback for a second. He asked if Julian had never told him. Leo shook his head. Ryan seemed conflicted. It felt wrong to share his best friend's private matters. He suggested Leo should ask Julian himself. Leo recalled Julian calling for his mother during a fever. He asked if it was a painful subject. Ryan nodded, admitting it was. Leo pressed him to share the story. Ryan scratched his head. He felt it wasn't his place to tell. Leo's face hardened. He asked if Ryan considered him an outsider. Ryan quickly denied it. He stumbled over his words. He was just afraid Julian would be upset. Leo looked at him earnestly. He promised he would never tell anyone. He swore it was true. Leo pointed out that no one else was around. Ryan finally relented. He explained that Julian's mother divorced his father in high school. She then moved abroad. Leo asked for the reason. Ryan then asked if he knew about Vincent. Leo did. Julian's father, Mr. Ashford, brought his illegitimate son home. This happened during Julian's freshman year. His mother had married down to be with Mr. Ashford. She had helped his career immensely. To be treated that way was a betrayal. Leo frowned, calling the man a dog. Ryan agreed completely. He said she immediately filed for divorce. She had wanted to take Julian and his sister, but both children refused to go with her. Leo wondered why they would do that. Ryan continued the story. Julian wanted to stay to reclaim the family fortune. He planned to bring his mother back later, but she left decisively when they refused her. She didn't even listen to their explanation. The misunderstanding was never resolved. She never returned in all these years. Julian had tried to find her without success. And there was more. After the divorce, Mr. Ashford moved his mistress in, but she committed suicide a couple of years later. Leo was shocked to hear this. Ryan explained they were in their senior year then. Julian was the first one to find her. Yet Vincent always insisted on one thing. He claimed Julian was responsible for his mother's death. Leo grew angry. He asked what right he had to say that. He questioned if there was any evidence. Ryan's face darkened. He said Vincent claimed Julian was the last person his mother saw. That's why he held on to the accusation. Leo suddenly felt the weight of Julian's burden. Experiencing that during final exams was unimaginable. After finishing, Ryan glanced around nervously. He whispered a reminder to Leo. He asked him not to betray his trust. Leo patted his own chest. He promised to keep it safe. He thanked Ryan for telling him. Ryan just smiled and rubbed his head. He said it was nothing. He just hoped Leo would be good to Julian. They returned to the campsite. The others were playing cards out of boredom. Chloe saw them return and waved them over. She enthusiastically invited them to join. Leo and Ryan approached. They asked what game was being played. Chloe confirmed it was poker. She said they were waiting for them. Leo looked around at the small group. He noted that poker could be played with fewer people. It seemed they weren't really needed. Chloe wagged a finger playfully. She insisted they were definitely needed. She pointed to the others. She explained that those guys were done playing. Leo was confused. He asked why. Chloe smiled confidently. She said they had already lost enough. She was an unassuming card shark. Chloe started shuffling the deck. She told Leo and Ryan to sit down. It was their turn to play. Leo scanned the area. He asked where Julian was. Someone mentioned he went back to his tent. Leo decided to get him to watch. Chloe had a champion's disdain. She said it made no difference. Leo jogged over to the tent. He called out Julian's name. Julian, who had been reading, looked up. He noted that Leo was back. Leo confirmed it. He asked if Julian was bored. Julian said he was fine. Leo then invited him to watch him play cards. He held up a hand. He boasted about his skills. Julian asked if he wanted to go now. Leo nodded. He helped Julian get up. He said, "Let's go." After they arrived, the card game officially began. Chloe and Ryan were not short on cash. Leo, as a disciplined person, didn't gamble. So, the loser's penalty was something else. Chloe thought for a moment. She asked if they dared to play for high stakes. Leo and Ryan grew tense. They asked what she had in mind. If the farmers lost, they would do 20 squats. They would have to carry the landlord. Ryan was shocked. He realized he had a big advantage. He was the tallest one there, over 6 feet. Chloe glanced at him. She questioned if he'd even get a chance to be the landlord. Ryan's face darkened. He accused her of looking down on him. Chloe confirmed that she was. Ryan turned to recruit Leo. He suggested they team up against her. Leo thought that wouldn't be very gentlemanly. Besides, he had another thought. Ryan was puzzled. Leo looked down shyly. He believed he had a chance to be the landlord too. They were sitting on a blanket on the ground. Leo took his dealt cards. He naturally leaned back against Julian's legs. He fanned the cards in his hand. He asked Julian if his hand was good. Julian replied that it was average. Ryan protested. He asked why Leo was getting outside help. Leo raised an eyebrow at him. He told Ryan he could do the same. Ryan looked at the others who had just lost. He said with a cold face that they weren't worthy. It was a rude but honest assessment. Ryan poked Chloe beside him. He pointed out Leo's external support. Chloe, like a reigning champion, was unfazed. She declared that in her presence, everyone was a novice. She then deliberately provoked Leo. She claimed that Julian didn't even know how to play poker. Leo silently glanced at Julian. He then looked back at Chloe with a pleading expression. He said it didn't matter. He trusted Julian anyway. However, for the rest of the game, something strange happened. When Julian said the hand was bad, Leo would bid. When Julian said it was good, Leo would fold. It was a perfect display of contradiction. His body betrayed his words. In the end, Leo and Ryan lost spectacularly. After another victory for the landlord, Leo threw down his cards. He looked relieved. He was glad they weren't betting money. Later, Leo did 20 squats while carrying Chloe. His legs were shaking. He pushed Julian back to their tent. Leo collapsed onto his sleeping bag to rest. He turned his head and saw Julian's sour expression. Leo quickly sat up. He asked what was wrong. Julian turned his head away. His voice was cold. He said it was nothing. Leo asked if he was unhappy. Julian denied it. Leo insisted he was lying. He asked what was bothering him. When Julian didn't answer, Leo started guessing. He tentatively asked if it was because he hadn't trusted him earlier. Julian remained silent. Leo moved closer. He began to explain himself earnestly. He was afraid Julian would be unhappy if he lost and had to carry someone. That's why he was conflicted when Chloe said Julian couldn't play. But in the end, he lost the game. He did the squats, and Julian was still unhappy. Julian raised an eyebrow. He asked if Leo trusted Chloe that much. Leo nodded, but he quickly added that it couldn't compare to his trust in Julian. Seeing the man's silence, Leo nudged him. He asked why he wasn't saying anything. Julian repeated that it was nothing. Leo smiled at him. He told him not to be upset. He suggested they rest together. They still had to watch the meteor shower later. Leo then pulled Julian down to lie with him. They stayed like that for the whole afternoon. After a short nap, Leo took out his phone. He searched for massage techniques for rehabilitation. He also bought a set of books online. He glanced at Julian beside him. The man's eyes were closed. Leo first tried the techniques on his own leg. Feeling no discomfort, he gently moved closer to Julian. He whispered Julian's name. The man made no sound. He asked if Julian was asleep. Seeing no sign of waking, Leo grew bolder. He reached out to touch Julian's calf. The contact made him pause. The man's leg was not muscular like his upper body. In fact, his muscles had begun to atrophy. It was from his prolonged inability to walk. Leo's lips pressed into a thin line. A strange bitterness filled his throat. Still, he used the techniques he just learned. He gently pressed on the man's lower leg. He wasn't a professional. He was afraid of hurting him. Julian didn't know what Leo was doing, but he hadn't responded when Leo called his name. He wanted to see what Leo would do. He slightly opened his eyes. He saw Leo with his head down, massaging his leg. He couldn't feel it, but his heart trembled. Leo massaged for a long time. Julian lay there for just as long. After dark, Leo excitedly pushed Julian outside. They were ready to watch the meteor shower. He asked when Julian thought the meteors would come. Julian said he didn't know. Leo decided they would just wait. Soon, almost everyone camping on the mountain came out. They were all prepared for the show. Leo rubbed his hands in excitement. He asked Julian if he had thought of a wish. Julian said he didn't believe in those things. Leo just OE'd in response. He still tried to convince him. What if it really came true? However, they waited for a long time. It was nearly midnight when a single streak crossed the sky. Leo quickly closed his eyes to make a wish. I wish to get rich overnight. I wish to be loved forever. I wish for hope in my future. Leo, who was wishing silently, was stunned. The method of wishing had changed. I hope to get a promotion and a raise. I wish. Hearing others shout, Leo was tempted. He asked Julian if wishes come true when shouted. Julian raised an eyebrow. He told him he could try it. I wish. Leo took a deep breath. He looked up at the starry sky. He shouted with all his might. For Julian's legs to get better. Leo's voice was loud, but it was small in the noisy crowd. It was quickly drowned out. It was like a breeze that left no trace. But the words were incredibly clear in Julian's ears. The man's usually indifferent eyes widened. He stared at the person in front of him. It was a rare expression of pure shock. His throat felt tight. He couldn't utter a single word. Leo finished shouting and caught his breath. He turned to look at Julian. He asked if Julian wouldn't make a wish. Julian snapped back to reality. His gaze lingered on Leo. He turned away with his usual excuse. He didn't believe in such things. Leo crouched down to look at him. He suggested he talk about his dreams instead. Fearing the practical man would say he had none, Leo spoke first. He said it's always good to have a dream. What if someone asks? Leo playfully nudged Julian. He asked him to just say one. This was their first time seeing meteors together. They should make some memories. Julian was silent for a while. Leo suggested he could wish silently in his heart. The man finally relented. After a moment, Leo asked curiously what he wished for. Julian replied coolly that it was a secret. Leo looked at him. He asked if he really wouldn't tell. Julian nodded. He was preparing a speech to fend off pleading. But then he heard Leo's next words. I respect that. Julian was touched. He was truly considerate. Leo then tilted his head back to watch the sky. Chloe walked over from a short distance away. She was holding a camera. She offered to take a picture of them. Leo's eyes instantly sparkled. He said that would be great. He then crouched down to Julian's level. He told her to go ahead. Chloe looked at them. She suggested they get a little closer. Leo thought about it. He agreed it was a good idea. Julian's brow twitched. He swallowed hard. The next moment, Leo took Julian's hand. He made a peace sign. Chloe was speechless. Leo was very satisfied. Then he remembered something. He asked if she could wait a moment. Chloe's spirits lifted. She thought he wanted to change poses. He said that wasn't it. She asked what he wanted to do. Leo leaned towards Julian. He earnestly advised him to smile for the photo. He whispered in the man's ear. He thought Julian looked most handsome when he smiled. Julian glanced at him but said nothing. Chloe saw they were ready. She pressed the shutter. When she checked the photo, she saw it. There was a slight curve on Julian's lips. After the photo, Leo watched the sky a bit longer. He then walked behind Julian's wheelchair. He suggested they go back and rest. Julian looked at him with some surprise. He asked if he didn't want to watch anymore. From the start, Leo's main goal was this. He wanted to see the meteor shower. His eagerness was obvious. Leo shook his head. It was already past midnight. It was getting cold outside. Staying out longer wasn't good for his health. Julian said he could watch a little longer. Leo shook his head again. He said it wasn't necessary. Julian asked why. The person in front of him smiled brightly. We'll have more chances to see them later. When his legs were better, they could come often. This one time wasn't so important. Julian's fingers curled slightly. He remained silent. They returned to the tent. Leo helped Julian into his sleeping bag. It was the same routine as the night before. He then poked his head close. He asked if Julian had fun these past few days. Julian squinted his eyes. He said it was all right. Leo casually leaned closer to him. He asked when he was happiest. Julian was silent for a moment. Then he answered, the sunrise. Leo made a small sound of understanding. He continued to wriggle closer like a caterpillar. He quickly slipped his feet between Julian's legs. He agreed that he felt the same way. Julian quietly glanced at Leo. Leo looked down shyly. He said it was warmer this way. He quickly changed the subject. They were going home tomorrow. He asked if Julian missed home. Julian said he had no particular feelings. For him, home was just a place to live. Could be changed anytime. There was no emotional attachment. Leo's voice was very soft. I miss home. Julian looked down at him. The Leo residence? Our home. The man stiffened for a moment. He then said they could go back tomorrow. And he closed his eyes. The next morning, the sun was already bright. The group started packing and dismantling their tents. They prepared to head down the mountain. Kevin was still heartbroken, but the thought of sharing a car with Leo comforted him. However, when he opened the car door, his face fell. Why is it you? Ryan was there. He wondered if he was that annoying. He asked why it couldn't be him. Caleb had expected this. Julian knew about Kevin's feelings. He would never let them ride together. Ryan grumbled indignantly. His house was in a different direction. Splitting up the couple meant an extra trip. Kevin didn't say anything more. He got into the car listlessly. The journey took several hours. Leo slept through most of it. When he woke up, they were already home. Leo grabbed his things and got out with Julian. He waved to the people in the car. He said goodbye. Back home, their first priority was a shower. After his shower, Leo collapsed onto his bed. He then dialed a number. The call was answered almost instantly. Mark's roar came through the phone. He demanded to know where Leo had been. Leo held the phone away from his ear. He explained he was camping in the mountains. The signal was bad. He added that he called back immediately. He saw his missed calls as soon as he returned. Mark's anger subsided a little. Leo asked if there was work for him. Mark confirmed there was. Leo said he couldn't take jobs that weren't day trips. He had things to do at home. Hearing his lack of ambition, Mark frowned. He asked what was so important. Leo didn't hide it. He said someone at home needed him for leg exercises. Mark was incredulous. He asked if his old baby had bad legs. Leo confirmed it. Mark said he knew it. Leo asked how he could have known. Mark replied that age was a telling factor. Leo tried to explain that he wasn't that old. Mark cut him off. He knew. He wasn't old, just long-lived. Mark told him the movie he was in was getting buzz. Big directors' films were different. Even a supporting role brought opportunities. He then gave him a heads up. He had found a potential endorsement for him. If it worked out, the pay would be great. He told Leo not to go anywhere. He would let him know immediately. Then they would go sign the contract. Leo nodded. He then asked if it would require travel. Mark said it probably would. Leo sounded hesitant. Mark sighed in frustration. He told Leo not to abandon his career for his old baby. Career brought money. Real money. Leo felt a bit embarrassed. He scratched his head. He mumbled that he also got money from him. Mark took a deep breath. He told Leo to just stay put for a few days. Leo agreed. He lay on the bed for a while longer. Then he went downstairs to make dinner. The meal was generous, as usual. 3 dishes and a soup were eaten completely. Leo looked at the man across from him, pursing his lips. Julian was drinking water. He told him to say whatever was on his mind. Leo said it wasn't good to lie down right after eating. Julian looked at him with surprise. Seeing his expression, Leo was puzzled. He asked if something was wrong. Julian said he always thought Leo didn't know that. After all, Leo usually became a couch potato after meals. Leo's face turned a little red. He said it was a recent realization. Julian said that was good. For some reason, Leo detected a hint of mockery. That damned man. Leo took a deep breath. He suggested they should do something. Seeing no reply, he tried again. He proposed they stand for a little while. He even made a tiny gesture with his fingers. Julian frowned upon hearing this. Leo explained the benefits. Standing helps with digestion. He then crouched down and began massaging the man's legs. The book said to massage first. Julian watched Leo's movements. The thought of what came next filled him with resistance. He had thought about it before, but facing it now made him want to retreat. This wasn't like him, or at least not the old him. Leo massaged for a while. He then pushed Julian to the wall. Standing against a wall was best for beginners. Leo knew it wouldn't be a success on the first try, but he was full of motivation. The confident Julian from that video would return. Leo took a deep breath. "Julian, let me help you up." However, when he looked down, he saw the man's pale face. Julian. Julian's chest was rising and falling heavily. Cold sweat beaded on his forehead. Maybe another day. Leo knew he was afraid, but this step had to be taken. Let's do it today. As he moved to help, Julian grabbed his arm. Another day. Leo crouched down to look at him. "Julian, we'll just stand for a bit. I'm with you." Julian lowered his head, clenching his jaw. After a long silence, he looked up at Leo. His eyes held a strange, eerie light. "You'll be with me?" That light was haunting. It was like the green eyes of a wolf at night. Just looking at it felt oppressive. Leo nodded. "Of course. I'll be with you whatever you do." A smirk appeared on Julian's lips. His eyes were fixed on Leo. "Really?" Seeing the rare smile, Leo quickly agreed. He urged him to start practicing. Julian's voice was strangely excited. He asked what he needed to do. Leo flexed his arms. He said he would support him while they practiced standing. He also reminded him he could say something if he felt uncomfortable. Julian placed Leo's arm on his own. He seemed almost impatient. Then let's start. Leo was surprised by his sudden initiative. Still, he moved forward to help him up. Julian was heavy. It was a slight struggle. Julian looked down at Leo's fair neck. His voice was full of excitement. What do I need to do? Leo, panting, helped him to the wall. He told him to just lean against it first. They would take it slow. It was okay if it didn't work. Then I'll try. Of course you can. Julian leaned against the wall, looking at his own legs. He completely ignored Leo, who was still supporting him. I'm standing up? I'm standing up. Leo was sweating from the effort. But when he looked up, something felt wrong. Julian was not himself. The man's face showed an unusual excitement. His eyes were shining with a frightening brightness. Leo was stunned. Julian spoke again. Leave me. Let me stand by myself for a while. Leo told him it was better if he held him. It was their first time. But the man's joyful expression suddenly changed. His gaze turned sinister. I told you to get lost. Don't you understand? Leo was taken aback. Julian, get out. As he spoke, he pushed Leo away. Leo stumbled and fell to the floor. But as Leo was forced to let go, Julian collapsed with him. Julian! Leo was terrified. He scrambled to get up and help him. But his fall had hurt him. He was clumsy. Just as Leo got close, Julian grabbed his collar. Didn't you say I could stand up? The man's eyes were bloodshot. He dragged Leo up from the floor. His teeth were clenched tightly. It looked like he might bite Leo's neck. His voice was a furious, hoarse rasp. Didn't you say I could stand up? Pain shot through Leo's hip and leg. He was trapped, looking at the man in terror. His lips trembled. He couldn't speak. Didn't you stand up? Didn't you stand up? Veins pulsed on the man's neck and temples. He shook Leo violently by the collar. Then he seemed to remember something. The terrifying, animalistic roar stopped. A pair of dark eyes stared at Leo. Leo shivered under his gaze. Julian stared at him. You lied to me too, didn't you? Leo shook his head in fear. Julian, you lied too. Julian's breathing grew heavier. It was like a monster in a dark cave giving a, you all lied. No. Leo tried to pry Julian's hand away, but his own hand trembled on the floor. Felt boneless. He couldn't lift it. None of you want me to get better. You're just waiting for me to die. Leo swallowed hard. Julian, don't be like this. I'm scared. But the man's red eyes seemed to hear nothing. His words were still chilling. Are you laughing at me too? Laughing at a cripple, right? You look down on me too. You're just like them. Fear was mixed with a sense of injustice. Leo finally bit his lip. He raised his hand to pry the man's fingers away. Julian, you damn well better have a conscience. What did he mean, just like them? Leo's eyes widened in anger. What did I do wrong to make you say that? Leo was also provoked. His breathing was erratic. When he couldn't break the grip, he hit the man. The man instinctively raised a hand to his forehead. Leo didn't run. He mimicked what Julian had done. He grabbed the other man's collar. The tables had turned. You dog! Leo held him, nearly grinding his teeth to dust. Was all the food I cooked for you fed to a dog? Julian yelled at him to get lost. Leo pinched Julian's chest hard. You tell me to get lost and I'll get lost? Who do you think you are? To test the texture, he pinched again. Oh, it was quite soft. So you're the only one who can yell? Leo grew more and more aggrieved. I do your laundry and cook for you every day. I even wash your damn underwear. And you still yell at me. Do you think you're so great because you have money? Julian was stunned by the shouting. Leo continued angrily. You are pretty great, but you don't spend it, so what's the use? You still rely on me. He looked down and saw the man clenching his teeth. He was glaring at him fiercely. Leo challenged him. You're not convinced? Julian's fists clenched tightly. Leo noticed and quickly got up. The next moment, the man slammed his fist on the floor. One punch after another. The impact was violent and heart-stopping. The man saw Leo move away. He tried to get up and grab him, but his lower body was immobile. He could only use his upper body. He dragged his legs, crawling forward, twisted, terrified, and pathetic, like an insect crawling on the ground. The sight deeply pained Leo. He finally realized Julian was having a mental breakdown. He didn't care about anything else. He rushed forward to hug him. As soon as he got close, Julian clung to him, like a drowning person grabbing a rope. You all lied, you all lied. Leo's heart ached. He pulled out his phone. He called the family Dr. Chloe had recommended. The call connected. Leo cried out, "Doctor." The doctor's voice came through. "Is your man having another fever?" Leo said he was having an episode. He asked if he could come quickly. The doctor asked what kind of episode. Leo couldn't explain it. He used a word from a book. A madness. After calling the doctor, Leo held the man tightly. He restrained his arms to stop him from hitting things. The doctor arrived in a hurry. He saw Leo struggling to open the door while holding Julian. The doctor was surprised. "This is," Leo replied, "fatherly love." The doctor observed Julian's condition. He then took out a syringe. Leo was shocked. It was so thick. He quickly covered Julian's eyes. He asked what that was for. The doctor explained it was a sedative. Leo looked at the man in his arms, feeling awful. He asked if there was another way. The doctor suggested a physical method. Leo asked for an example. "Knock him out." Leo swallowed hard. "Let's stick with the injection." Looking at the thick needle, Leo made a request. He asked him to be gentle. He said Julian was like a piece of seaweed right now. The doctor was confused. Very fragile. As expected, one shot was all it took. The struggling man instantly quieted down. Leo felt a pang of pity. He and the doctor worked together. They managed to get Julian back to his room. The doctor examined him. He then asked if he had shown any abnormal behavior before. Leo shook his head. He asked if Julian was taking any medication. Leo wasn't sure. He rarely entered Julian's room. He didn't know about any medications. Although it was an invasion of privacy, the situation was unstable. Leo had to search the room. He found several bottles on a shelf in the bathroom. He brought them to the doctor. The doctor took them and looked. His expression turned serious. "Do you know what these are for?" Seeing his grave face, Leo knew it was serious. He cautiously guessed, "Constipation?" The doctor took a deep breath. "Bipolar disorder." Leo was shocked. So Julian's madness was bipolar disorder. The doctor looked at the pill bottles. He said episodes often involved uncontrollable euphoria. He glanced at Leo. He asked what Julian had done earlier. Leo pouted. "He yelled at me. And?" "He yelled at me loudly." The doctor rephrased the question. "What about his behavior?" "He grabbed me and yelled." The doctor lowered his head. "You poor thing. Tell me about it," Leo continued. He was agitated and punched the floor. He was talking nonsense. "What kind of nonsense?" Leo shook his head, unwilling to say more. The doctor was about to ask again, but Leo held up a finger. "Don't ask. It's bad luck late at night." The doctor said he needed to understand the situation. He asked if Leo had his psychiatrist's number. Leo thought for a moment. He said he could ask. He then took out his phone. He called Julian's secretary. "Yes, Mr. Leo. Is something the matter?" Leo was confused. He asked why his voice was so choppy. The secretary explained he was on a special assignment. He had been exiled by the boss. The word exiled was quite clever. Leo told him Julian had a bipolar episode. He asked for his psychiatrist's number. The secretary was surprised. He said he had it and would send it immediately. Leo received the number and called right away. The person on the other end said they would come soon. Sure enough, the psychiatrist arrived in 15 minutes. Leo ran downstairs to open the door. He said he was sorry to trouble the doctor so late. The psychiatrist waved his hand. "Nothing that money can't solve." Leo's internal antenna went up. He instantly received the signal. A kindred spirit? The psychiatrist was taken aback. "You're a proactive youth too? Everything for the money." A sense of camaraderie grew between them. When they went upstairs, the family doctor was waiting. His face darkened upon seeing the newcomer. "Why is it you?" The psychiatrist was also surprised. "Why can't it be me?" Leo poked his head out. He guessed they knew each other. The psychiatrist said they were just college roommates. They didn't get along very well. One specialized in psychiatry, the other in general medicine. The psychiatrist didn't argue further. He began to observe Julian's condition. He then looked at Leo. "Did he hit you?" Leo shook his head. He then asked with some fear, "Do people with bipolar disorder become violent?" The psychiatrist said it was generally not the case. He asked why Leo was asking. "Because you look like a victim of domestic violence." Leo went to the bathroom to look in the mirror. Wow, where did this delicate flower come from? He did look a little like one. The psychiatrist checked Julian's medicine bottles. The medication was mostly gone. His condition had improved at the last checkup. This outbreak was due to accumulated stress and stimulation. The psychiatrist looked at Leo. He asked if Julian had been under any recent stress. His pressure seemed high. The current situation was not good for the patient. Leo lowered his head. He had been nagging him to stand up. That must be why. The psychiatrist asked if he had tried when Leo suggested it. He must not have been very resistant. There must have been other external stimuli. He told him to continue the medication as usual. When he wakes up tomorrow, he can get an EEG. The psychiatrist then patted Leo's shoulder. He told him not to worry. It's not easy being with him. He must stay optimistic. Otherwise, he won't be able to hold on. He spoke with deep meaning. After all, even a filial son can't attend a long-sick parent. And they weren't even related by blood. They could divorce at any time. Leo looked serious. But I'm his father figure. Leo looked at the sleeping Julian. He pulled the psychiatrist aside. He asked if he could recommend a good caregiver. For laundry and cooking? For rehabilitation training? The psychiatrist thought for a moment. He said there were some. But Julian was usually resistant to accepting outsiders. He had suggested it before, but he refused. Leo made a sound of understanding. The psychiatrist looked at Leo with surprise. He asked how he managed to get Julian to accept him. Leo whispered in his ear, "You know nothing about the power of money." He then took out his phone. He asked for the caregiver's contact information. The psychiatrist started looking on his phone. How many? How many do you have?" The psychiatrist glanced at him. Leo patted his pocket. Money. He thought the more choices, the better. The psychiatrist told him he didn't need to explain. He said with money, he was always right. He sent the contact information. He also reminded him, even with a caregiver, He must soothe Julian's emotions. Don't give him too much pressure. The greater the expectation, the greater the disappointment. Leo nodded. He knew. The psychiatrist patted his shoulder again. I actually admire you. I never thought you would marry him. Partners are usually complementary. Otherwise, it's hard to last. Leo smiled. We are actually quite complementary. He then looked at Julian. It looked like a picture of love. The psychiatrist asked if he was patient because Julian was impulsive. He has money, I spend money. That must be really tough for you, the psychiatrist said. Leo looked back at Julian on the bed. He asked when he would wake up. The psychiatrist also turned to look. He asked what had happened earlier. After the episode, the doctor gave him a sedative. The psychiatrist said, "Oh." He then said he wasn't sure. Leo was alarmed. Had the shot damaged him? Don't injections usually have a time limit? Why wouldn't he know? He'll wake up when he's had enough sleep. Leo was confused. The psychiatrist explained it was a sedative, not a sleeping pill. Leo asked if he had fallen asleep on his own. The psychiatrist said it was half and half. The sedative had a hypnotic effect. Leo was relieved. He was about to get water for the doctors. The psychiatrist noticed Leo's limp. He asked what happened to his leg. I fell by accident earlier. Should I take a look for you? Leo was surprised. He thought he was a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist said he'd do anything for the right price. He then asked how he fell. At this, Leo perked up. He started chattering. He yelled at me, and I got scared and fell. The psychiatrist nodded. He took a bottle of liniment from his medical bag. Leo looked at it with a puzzled expression. You sell this too? A man's gotta live. Just a side hustle. He then held out his hand. $50. After the doctors had some water, Leo prepared to see them out. The psychiatrist looked at him. He suggested they come to his office tomorrow. They could do a full checkup. It was about time for one. He could also prescribe some medication for Julian's mental state. Leo nodded in agreement. The psychiatrist handed him a business card. It had his address on it. He told him to call if he couldn't find it. After sending them off, Leo returned to the third floor. He changed into his pajamas. He was still worried. He went to Julian's room. Leo leaned against the headboard. He closed his eyes. The image of Julian dragging his legs appeared. That feeling of helplessness radiated from him. It hit Leo right in the heart. The confident man on the lecture stage. Such a proud person. To become like this. No one could understand his pain. Leo rubbed his sore hip. He fell asleep leaning against the headboard. The next morning, sunlight streamed through the window. It was bright and glaring. Julian, however, woke up for another reason. He felt a slight pain in his forehead. He opened his eyes to a pajama-clad fabric. There was a slight pressure on his face. He tried to move. He realized Leo's stomach was pressed against his face. The movement woke Leo up. He quickly sat up. You're awake? Julian rubbed his forehead. Yeah. How are you? Do you feel unwell? I'm fine. Neither of them mentioned what happened yesterday. Leo didn't want to pressure him. Julian's mind was foggy. He couldn't remember. Leo saw that he was fine. He got out of bed. You rest a bit more. I'll go make breakfast. He turned to leave. Julian noticed his limp. He frowned. What's wrong with your leg? Leo paused. Huh? Julian sat up and pulled him over. Your leg. Leo continued to play dumb. Huh? Julian looked at him helplessly. Why are you limping? Like master, like dog. Julian stared directly at him. Leo, seeing that he didn't remember, made something up. I slipped on the stairs. You think I'll believe that? Leo didn't know why he would think it was a lie. He asked why not. The man looked at him seriously. There's an elevator. You wouldn't take the stairs. Well, you know me so well. Leo was a bit displeased. Are you implying something? No. Julian said he was just stating a fact. He glanced at his leg again. How did it happen? Leo was evasive. I told you I fell accidentally. Julian was silent for a moment. Did you put medicine on it? Leo quickly nodded his head. I did. The last time Julian applied medicine was still a scary memory. His grip was unusually strong. Really? Of course. If it's inconvenient, I can help you. Leo patted the man's shoulder. Julian, you should know that medicine is for healing. Julian raised an eyebrow. What else? You make it worse. As he was about to leave, Julian spoke. I'll be gentler next time. Leo looked at Julian in surprise. He wondered if the sedative had made him silly. But he didn't dwell on it. He went downstairs to cook. Julian sat up in bed. As Leo left, his racing heart gradually calmed. The man uneasily touched his chest. He turned his head and saw the pill bottle. He froze. Leo was about to go upstairs to call him for breakfast. He saw Julian was already in the dining room. Why did you come down by yourself? Julian looked at him. I had an episode yesterday. Leo nodded. Yes, but it passed quickly. The young man brought breakfast from the kitchen. He placed it on the table. It was like any other morning. He didn't seem to notice anything was wrong. Julian. I have bipolar disorder. Leo looked at him with no hint of judgment. He then nodded. I know. When did you know? Yesterday. The man's hands instantly clenched. Aren't you afraid? Afraid of what? Leo wiped his hands on his apron. It's not a terminal illness. Don't worry, you won't die. He pushed the man to the dining table. Let's eat first. We have to go to the doctor's for a checkup later. Julian looked at the oatmeal in his bowl. His heart was a mix of emotions. He knew well that not many people would willingly stay with him now. He never thought Leo would be one of them. After breakfast, Leo had Julian rest on the sofa. He was going to massage his legs. The book said it was best to do it 3 times a day. Leo rolled up his sleeves. You just sit there. Julian watched him get ready to sit beside him. His eyes were fixed on him. This had been happening for over a month. Julian had noticed it, but he couldn't change it. Leo was focused. Julian, can I discuss something with you? Julian looked at the mole on the back of his neck. What is it? Let's hire a caregiver. Fearing Julian would disagree, he quickly added, we're trying new things now. But I'm not a professional. I'm afraid I'll mess something up. The man was silent for a moment. We'll see. Seeing his resistance, Leo didn't press further. Julian asked if his leg hurt. It's fine. Did I do it? Leo was stunned. I'm sorry. Leo looked at him in surprise. Are you apologizing to me? Julian looked at him and hummed in agreement. Can you say that again? I'm sorry. Leo burst out laughing. Admit your mistakes and be a better person next time. The man wasn't annoyed by his teasing. He watched him smile and his own lips curled up. Leo found the hospital's location from the business card. It was a private building. Inside was a reception desk. The staff saw Julian. They didn't ask for registration. They led them directly to the elevator. They went to the psychiatrist's floor. Doctor, why can't I stand up? Do I have some mental block? You should actually go to the surgical department next door. It must be because my online date scared me. Otherwise, it's impossible. The date was right next to him. He was shocked. You think I'm ugly, so I'll leave? Leo and Julian heard the heated conversation from outside. After the patient left, the psychiatrist sighed. He came out for a drink of water and saw them. You're here. Leo nodded. The psychiatrist adjusted his white coat. Come in. I'll do an EEG first. Since the examination required relaxation, Leo waited outside. He wandered around the hospital for a bit. The psychiatrist finished the examination. He looked at the report. Everything is good. Much better than before. Your episode yesterday was probably due to suppressed emotions. Sometimes it's better to talk about it. You don't have to hold it in. Julian didn't speak. The psychiatrist looked at the vastly improved report. You've been happy lately, haven't you? The man looked up at him. Your life stress is significantly lower than before. The psychiatrist signed the report. This is a very good change. He pointed towards the door. Is it because of him? Julian was silent for a moment. Yes. The psychiatrist didn't know if he should be surprised. I didn't expect you to accept Leo so quickly. He then tentatively asked, do you like him? I don't know. Mr. Ashford. Julian's eyes lowered. He was lost in thought. The answer is only like or dislike. The psychiatrist repeated, Seeing him not speak, the psychiatrist tried another way. Does your heart beat faster when you see him? Yes. Can you maintain eye contact with him? No. You like him, Mr. Ashford. Julian felt uneasy having his thoughts exposed. That's not enough to confirm it. Of course, there's more. What? Mr. Ashford, you listen to Mr. Leo a lot. Like a big dog. Julian frowned but didn't refute it. What are you trying to say? The psychiatrist trembled. He quickly cleared his throat. This is a good thing. A very good thing. You don't need to feel uncomfortable, Mr. Ashford. It's just dating. It's normal. If you don't know how, I can give you some guidance. Julian raised an eyebrow. You know about these things? The psychiatrist pushed up his glasses. I'm a psychological consultant, after all. You clearly don't know how to interact with a loved one. But it's okay. I'm here to give you VIP-level guidance. Julian crossed his arms. As far as I know, you're single. The psychiatrist was speechless. Why the personal attack? Julian thought for a moment. What methods do you have? I have everything you need. He then pulled out several books from a drawer. 3 minutes to make a man spend 100K on me. The Romance Handbook. The Green Tea Guide to Coaxing People. The psychiatrist held up 2 fingers. 200 each. Julian glanced at the books. Are they useful? Of course. The psychiatrist placed the 3 books on the table. If you feel some aren't necessary, you can buy them selectively. Then I choose not to buy. The psychiatrist looked at him, testing. You don't need any of them, Mr. Ashford. If the book titles were simpler, like Deep Love or Being Loved, Julian might have considered it. But these titles looked sketchy. The psychiatrist, ever the salesman, persisted. Mr. Ashford, I'm only showing these to you. I wouldn't sell them to anyone else. How about this, Mr. Ashford? I'll help you probe Mr. Leo's feelings for you later. I'll recommend which one to buy. Then you can decide. Julian hesitated. He glanced at the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist received the look and swallowed. Is something wrong, Mr. Ashford? Julian said his business was quite diverse. In the end, the man made a decision. He would let the psychiatrist test Leo's feelings first. When Leo returned, he saw Julian waiting outside the consultation room. He hurried over. Is the checkup done? Julian nodded. How is it? What did the doctor say? The psychiatrist came over with a bag of medicine. His condition is good. Much better than last time. He glanced at Julian. Mr. Leo, do you have a moment? Leo nodded. Yes, what is it? Would it be convenient for you to come with me? I need to go over a few things. Inconvenient. The psychiatrist was shocked. Julian was shocked. The psychiatrist then forced a smile. Mr. Leo, you're available. Leo shook his head again with an innocent face. Not convenient. What's inconvenient? Julian can't be alone outside. The psychiatrist explained that their hospital valued privacy. Julian would be safe. He just needed to explain some daily precautions. It wouldn't take long. Leo heard this and glanced at Julian. All right then. He then followed the psychiatrist into the room. Please sit, Mr. Leo. He placed a cup of water in front of Leo. Actually, I asked you in for some psychological counseling. Leo took a sip of water. The psychiatrist was surprised. Aren't you nervous, Mr. Leo? Leo was confused, blinking his eyes. Why should I be nervous? I'm a psychiatrist. I know. Aren't you afraid I'll see through you? I'm made of stone. He even patted his chest confidently. That's quite impressive. The psychiatrist cleared his throat, getting back to business. How has marriage been for you, Mr. Leo? Does it meet your expectations? Leo answered bluntly, no. The psychiatrist was shocked. It exceeded my expectations. The psychiatrist took a breath. He wished people wouldn't speak with such dramatic pauses. So you're very satisfied with married life? Leo nodded. I guess so. Good. The psychiatrist pretended to take notes. So, do you have feelings for Mr. Ashford? Yes. Leo picked up his love-struck persona. My love for him is eternal. Is Mr. Ashford the most important person in your life? Leo didn't hesitate. Yes, because he had no one else in his life. The closest person in this world was indeed Julian. Even though he was a psycho, he was also his baby. If he had to say who was most important, it would be Julian. The psychiatrist looked into Leo's eyes. He saw no hint of falsehood. There were no signs of lying. Your relationship is good. Pleasant environment helps Mr. Ashford's recovery. He then tried to approach from another angle. Besides Mr. Ashford, is there anyone or anything else you like? Leo didn't hesitate. I like money, so straightforward. What if you had to choose between Mr. Ashford and 100 million? Julian. Because Julian had more than 100 million. The psychiatrist noted the result. Okay, now we have another hypothetical. Before he could ask, Leo interrupted him. Wait, the psychiatrist was puzzled. Is something wrong? Are you giving me psychological counseling right now? The other man nodded. Yes. Leo became alert. Is there a fee? The psychiatrist asked what if he said yes. Then I refused to answer. No fee. Hearing it was free, Leo settled back into his chair. Continue. The psychiatrist took a breath. For some reason, I feel a sense of familiarity with you, Mr. Leo. That's normal. The psychiatrist looked at his clear, sincere eyes. His fair, harmless face. He had a non-aggressive, pure appearance. Is it because you're easy to get close to, Mr. Leo? Leo shook his head. We have the same persona. The persona of being obsessed with money. Can we continue? Yes. You can relax a little, Mr. Leo. I am relaxed. Leo leaned back in his chair. Any more relaxed and he'd be slumped over. Suppose you and Mr. Ashford are both poor. You only have $5. How much would you spend on him? Leo didn't hesitate. $5. What if you had 100? Still $5. The psychiatrist frowned. Why? Because my love for him is constant. He then pinched a tiny bit of air in front of his chest. After they finished talking, the psychiatrist explained some daily care precautions for Julian. Just as Leo was about to get up, his eyes fell on the books on the desk, but they were covered with white paper. Leo was curious. What's that? The psychiatrist followed his gaze and shuddered. But seeing the paper he had left on top, he relaxed. Just some books for sale. Are you interested, Mr. Leo? I didn't know you had so many side businesses. He then asked how much they were. 200. But the retail price says 50. The psychiatrist's smile froze. You have good eyes, Mr. Leo. Not really. Just 50. Leo didn't say more. He wondered which unlucky person would buy them. He then turned to leave and find Julian. He was also thinking about what to have for lunch. Mr. Leo, could you ask Mr. Ashford to come in when you go out? Leo looked back at him. There's one more test I forgot. It'll be quick. Leo nodded. Okay. Leo came out and saw Julian at the water cooler. The doctor wants to see you. Julian heard him but didn't look at him. I know. A short while later, Julian walked into the consultation room. Before the psychiatrist could speak, he got straight to the point. What did he say? Mr. Leo says his love for you is undying. Julian's furrowed brow relaxed. If there's nothing else, I'm leaving. The psychiatrist quickly stopped him. Mr. Ashford, let me finish. Although Mr. Leo is deeply in love with you, you are the complete opposite. The man's handsome face darkened. What do you mean? I'm not questioning your feelings for Mr. Leo. The psychiatrist swallowed. But your interaction style deviates from the norm. What deviation? You're too cold. He gave an example. You don't explain important, easily misunderstood things to Mr. Leo. You handle them yourself. In short, a relationship without a mouth. He said solemnly, many cliches are caused by one party not explaining anything. He then held up the romance handbook. This is when you need this book. To learn how to love and interact with your partner. He was as earnest as a pyramid scheme recruiter. Julian looked at the book, his eyes showing clear hesitation. This book not only teaches you how to love but also how to be loved. And it's recommended to use it with this one, to maximize the effect. He then took out 3 minutes to make a man spend 100K on me. Julian glanced at it and looked away in disgust. Hey, you can't just judge by the cover, Mr. Ashford. The psychiatrist continued, I know a big entrepreneur like you isn't short on money. You don't need others to spend money on you. But the situation is different now. Through our conversation, I learned that Mr. Leo's favorite thing is money, and he's very frugal in that regard. Think about it. If you can make a person who values money above all else spend it on you, what does that represent? The psychiatrist snapped his fingers. It represents that he loves you, doesn't it? Julian's gaze returned to the psychiatrist. And this green tea guide to coaxing people is also essential. The psychiatrist slammed the table. We have a relationship after all. How about this? If you buy all 3, I can give you a discount. Leo was waiting outside. Soon, a nurse came over. Mr. Leo? Leo nodded. Yes. This is the bill the doctor just issued. Please go pay it. Leo glanced at it, puzzled. Didn't I already pay the medical fees? Oh yes, Mr. Ashford just had some additional counseling and tests to prevent any complications. I see. Leo took the bill. I'll go now. If Julian comes out and doesn't see me, could you tell him I went to pay? Of course. Leo nodded and went downstairs to pay. The nurse watched Leo's figure disappear into the elevator. She quickly entered the consultation room. Mr. Leo is gone. The psychiatrist pushed up his glasses. Did you bring the thing? The nurse nodded. The atmosphere was tense, like a secret intelligence exchange. I did. She whispered in his ear, to be safe, I even went downstairs to buy sanitary pads. Cost 20. The psychiatrist nodded. Thank you for your hard work. This huge expense can be reimbursed. He tilted his chin. Take it out. The nurse took out 2 black plastic bags from her pocket. She quickly packed the 3 books inside. They were tightly sealed. The psychiatrist smiled. Mr. Ashford, we always prioritize patient privacy. He and the nurse then bowed slightly. Welcome back next time. He didn't forget to promote himself. Mr. Ashford, you are a VIP client. The discounts will only get better. If you have any relationship problems, you can contact me anytime. I can provide one-on-one online services. Julian took the black plastic bag. He asked one last time, is it really useful? Of course. If I'm lying, I'm a dog. The psychiatrist then pretended to wipe away tears. This is the biggest discount I've ever given. To be honest, I'm losing money. But for your love with Mr. Leo, it's nothing. I wish you a happy married life. Leo went to the payment area. He placed the bill on the machine. The machine automatically announced the fee. The cold, mechanical voice was devoid of emotion. $250. After paying, Leo took the elevator back up. He came out and saw Julian holding a black bag. Leo glanced at it. He asked what it was. Julian looked a bit unnatural. Medicine. Leo didn't suspect anything. He just frowned slightly. Isn't that a bit much to take? The black bag was not small. Leo didn't know how much medicine was inside, but they had already prescribed 3 types before. This bag would have more, not less. How many times a day? The psychiatrist spoke up from the side. 3 times. Leo muttered at the black bag. Will he even have an appetite for meals? It's just some health supplements, Mr. Leo. No need to worry. It was only noon when they left the hospital. Leo pushed Julian into the car. He then remembered something. Let's go to the supermarket later. The fridge at home is empty. Julian said whatever. Leo nodded. He told the driver to stop at the large supermarket near their home. After a busy morning, Leo was tired. He leaned back against the car seat. He then turned to look at Julian. The man was staring straight ahead. His profile was sharp and defined. They had lived under the same roof for so long. This was the first time he had truly relaxed and looked at him. Before, he was always trying to please him. Now, things were very different. Leo squinted his eyes. Julian. Julian heard him and turned his head. The man's deep eyes looked straight at him. His handsome face was expressionless, but it made one's heart tremble. Leo suddenly felt that marrying such a good-looking person wasn't a bad deal. He then said something silly to Julian. You're quite good-looking. The man was stunned. He turned his head away. What nonsense are you talking about? Leo scooted closer to him. He poked his shoulder. I'm not talking nonsense. Seeing him turn his face away, Leo whispered in his ear, You're the most handsome person I've ever seen. Julian took a deep breath. He looked down, his face calm. He seemed indifferent but asked, Really? Of course. Leo, the master of compliments, was on a roll. You're the most handsome in my heart. Julian didn't say anything, but Leo could tell from his micro-expressions that he was very satisfied. This round of flattery had worked. Just as Leo was feeling pleased with himself, the other man spoke. Is that why you married me? Leo was stunned. He turned to see the man's burning gaze. Leo swallowed. His long, dark eyelashes fluttered. Of course. He then looked down shyly. I married you for your beauty. What about the money? Julian wasn't stupid. Having been in a high position for so long, he knew why Leo married him. But after marrying him, he had gradually come to believe in his love. Leo toughed it out. Money is just a material thing. If I had to choose between you and money, I would definitely choose you. After all, with you comes money. Leo tried to find a way to change the dangerous topic. Julian, why have you been holding this bag since we got in the car? Julian looked down at the black bag in his hand. Leo asked if taking so much medicine would be bad for him. No. Why? He said if he's lying, he's a dog. The he could only be the psychiatrist. The car soon stopped at the supermarket. Leo got out with Julian. "We've eaten almost everything in the fridge. Let's buy more today." He then pushed him into the supermarket. They first went to the produce section. Then they started wandering. Leo's eyes lit up when he saw the milk section. "Julian, let's buy a few cartons of milk. We'll drink it every day from now on." Julian wasn't a fan of it. "You drink it? You drink it." Leo pushed him to the milk aisle. "We're starting rehab. Milk will supplement calcium." Although he didn't know if he needed it, it couldn't hurt. Leo left their address for home delivery. Then he cheerfully pushed him towards the snack aisle. Leo looked at the dazzling shelves and swallowed. But in the end, he only picked 2 of his favorites. "If you like them, you can buy them all." "Really?" Leo's eyes sparkled. "You're so nice, Julian." He then reached out and grabbed another bag of chips. He used to be like this in his past life. But because he was saving for a house, his finances were limited. He could only buy 2 snacks each time. Julian saw him take another bag. "Are you done?" Leo nodded. "Done. Let's go home." He wanted to say more, but the other man had already pushed him away from the snack aisle. When they got home, Leo prepared lunch first. After the meal, he began his daily persuasion. Leo sat close to him on the sofa. He held a tablet for Julian to see. "The doctor said this caregiver is very good. He's also skilled in massage." He then swiped the screen. "This one is good too. I heard he's been in this profession for over 10 years. He's very reputable." But the man didn't even glance at it. Leo whispered, "Should we hire both?" Julian looked at him. "What if I can't stand up?" "You will definitely stand up." Leo turned the man's face towards him. His eyes were firm and full of spirit. "I believe in you. You will definitely stand up." Leo's determination made him momentarily dazed. "If you can't stand up, I will stay with you for the rest of my life." Leo said righteously, "Didn't I say it before? I love you, so I'll be with you at your most difficult time. When you're better, we'll get a divorce." Julian's face darkened at the last sentence. But before he could speak, Leo continued, "But if you can never stand up, I will stay with you forever." Leo understood Julian's pride. Just based on that alone, the man could stand up again. Not to mention the motivation of revenge. The man was silent for a long time before asking, "You believe in me?" "Of course." A brilliant smile appeared on Leo's face. It was like the spring sun. He touched the other's shoulder. "You are Julian Ashford, after all." It was as if that name was omnipotent in his heart. A heavy, powerful heartbeat echoed in his ears. It was clear and impossible to ignore. The young man's smile was captivating. He seemed to have a small pickaxe. Every day he would chip away at his heart's door. Over time, a crack finally appeared. He was like a defeated soldier, surrendering and opening the door himself. Leo placed the tablet in front of him. "Let's hire one caregiver first, okay? Let's try it out. Even if it's not successful, it's okay. We just need to know we tried." Leo remembered the doctor's words. He couldn't give him too much pressure. If this persuasion failed, there would be a next time. "Okay." Leo looked at Julian in surprise. Julian repeated, "Okay." They snuggled on the sofa and booked the caregiver. Leo wanted the appointment as soon as possible. They set it for tomorrow. Julian went to his room on the 3rd floor. He sat alone for a long time. His expression was unreadable. Soon he took out his phone and made a call. The other end quickly answered. "Oh, sis." Julian's face changed slightly. "Why are you stuttering?" "Boss, I've been sent on a special assignment. The signal is bad." Julian took a deep breath. He pinched the bridge of his nose. "You can come back now." I'll find someone else for the remaining projects. Really? Thank you, Bo. Says, after you come back, contact a doctor for me. The sooner, the better. Okay. Julian hung up the phone. He intended to go to the study. But when he got there, he saw the black plastic bag on the desk. The bag's surface was rough and wrinkled, but it seemed to emit a magical allure, like Pandora's box. Come on, come see what's inside. Julian put the bag in a drawer to avoid looking at it. 10 minutes later, Leo came up with some fruit. Julian, I'm here. Leo was about to enter when he heard a commotion inside. What's wrong? Julian pressed his hand on the drawer. Nothing. Leo assumed it was some business secret. He was very considerate. I'll go to my room then. The fruit is here. Remember to eat it. The man answered faintly. Only after Leo's figure disappeared did he secretly sigh in relief. He then took out the book he had just opened from the drawer. The romance handbook. Julian, both resistant and compelled, opened it again. He looked at the rules and guidelines inside. The introduction page had no description, just a slogan. We respect all love in the world. Interaction and attraction. When interacting with your loved one, you can show a little vulnerability. This will arouse their protective instincts. It will also satisfy their need to be admired. Or, for some small life matters, you can pretend you can't solve them. Ask for their help. This will make them feel that you need them. The man finished reading one rule and slammed the book shut. He crossed his hands over his lips, silent for a long time. In the evening, they watched TV together after dinner. It was a show about the animal kingdom. After a while, Leo stretched his arms. The movement pulled at his shirt. The hem lifted, revealing a sliver of his fair waist. It was a fleeting glimpse. Julian saw it and unconsciously looked away. He then went upstairs to his room. In his room, Julian read for a while. Then he went to the bathroom to shower. As he was getting dressed, there was a knock on the door. Julian had just put on his pajama pants. He threw a shirt over his shoulders and went to open the door. What is it? Leo stood outside. He immediately saw Julian's muscular torso. He looked at the man's full, smooth muscle lines. Then he looked at himself. He felt like a scrawny vegetable. He then held up the bottle of milk in his hand. Drink the milk before bed. It's good for sleep. Julian took the milk. Leo intended to go back to his room. Leo turned his head. What's wrong? He saw the man extend a strong arm. I can't open it. Huh? The young man's eyes stared at the hand holding the milk. His mouth hung slightly open. He looked like a dazed goose. Leo blinked several times before finally managing a sentence. You can't open it? Julian nodded with a straight face. Leo swallowed. That arm could not only unscrew a bottle cap, could probably twist his head off. No problem. Leo, usually talkative, was stumbling over his words. He then extended a fair hand. He took the milk bottle. I'll help you. Then, using his own lean strength, Leo twisted the cap open in front of Julian. Here you go. Julian took it. Thank you. Leo's smile was forced. You're welcome. If you need any other help, you can ask me. Julian's fingers curled at that sentence. That book seemed to have some use. Seeing the man's silence, Leo pointed to his own room. Then I'll go back to sleep? After getting the reply, Leo quickly slipped back to his room. Julian closed the door. He drank the milk and threw the bottle in the trash. He then got into bed. He turned on the bedside lamp and took out the romance handbook. The first rule was completed smoothly. It also successfully let Leo know that his life needed him. Julian turned the page. He took out a marker. He put a check mark next to the first rule. But as he continued reading, he froze. 2. After receiving help through appropriate displays of weakness, you must praise the other person generously or with subtle exaggeration. Let them feel needed and capable. Make them feel that you cannot live without them. Damn it, praise was also needed. Julian looked at the book, his eyes darkening. He thought about their conversation at the door. Leo helped him open the cap, but he didn't praise him at all. From this, Julian deeply understood the importance of preparing in advance. Leo had just returned to his room and was about to sleep. He received a call from Mark. "What are you doing?" "Preparing to meet the Sandman. The post-production for that movie you shot is almost done. It's estimated to be released in early spring next year." "Is that so?" "I know. If there's nothing else, I'm hanging up." "Wait." Leo, lying on his pillow, looked at the ceiling. "What is it?" "There's one more big thing." "What big thing?" "The money came through." "If you're talking about that, I'm not sleepy anymore." Leo sprang up from the bed like he had a spring attached. "Really? It's a big deal." "That's right. The amount is not small. More than you've earned in the past 2 years combined." Shortly after hanging up, the money arrived in Leo's account. Leo lay on his side in bed, happily checking the amount. His escape fund had grown again. The next morning, Leo got up and got ready. As he walked out of his room, he saw Julian nearby. The man glanced at him. "Good morning." 3. Daily greetings of good morning, good afternoon, and good night let the other person know you are always in their life. Increase your presence. "Good morning." Leo was a bit surprised. "Why aren't you going down?" Julian looked at the elevator. "I just came out." Leo took the elevator down with him. He went to the kitchen to cook. The other went to watch the morning news. After making a simple breakfast, Leo wiped his hands. "Julian, it's time to eat." Julian came to the dining room. He looked at the breakfast on the table. He hesitated, then spoke. "You're amazing." Leo heard this and shyly lowered his head, skillfully accepting the compliment. "I know." Leo was eating his oatmeal. Then he thought of something. He said to Julian, "The caregiver will be here this morning. Don't be nervous." The man answered faintly, but soon he put down his utensils. Leo was puzzled. "What's wrong?" "I'm full." "Huh?" Leo, hearing his reply, froze with the spoon in his hand. His face was full of disbelief. Julian repeated, "I'm full." "For?" "Try to show a weak or delicate side in front of your lover. Love often starts with pity. From now on, you are a delicate flower." Leo looked at the half-full bowl of oatmeal. "You're not full." "I'm full." "Why are you eating so little?" Julian said with a straight face, "I always eat this much." Please don't tell jokes with such a serious expression. Before, his rice bowl was Mount Everest. At the very least, it was the Tibetan plateau. Half a bowl of oatmeal. How could he be full? Leo, with his mouth full, said, "You should eat some more." The man cleared his throat. "I can't eat anymore. This isn't like you." Leo pushed the oatmeal bowl closer to him. "We are role models, you know." Julian was confused. "We have to finish our plates." After some coaxing, Julian returned to his usual appetite. After breakfast today, Leo didn't take him out for a walk. He wanted to save his energy for the caregiver. After all, rehab was physically demanding. Around 10 in the morning, the caregiver arrived. He had 2 assistants with him. Leo explained Julian's general situation. The caregiver took notes. "My husband has some minor mental health symptoms, so I hope you don't give him too much pressure. Just let things happen naturally. Of course. Don't worry, Mr. Leo." Leo said he would go get some tea. He told them to talk. "Okay, thank you." After Leo disappeared from the living room, one of the assistants stepped forward. "Mr. Ashford. Julian glanced at him faintly. The doctor and caregiver have been arranged by Secretary Wang. These two, the ones Mr. Leo found, have been sent away. Julian nodded. The person disguised as a doctor stepped forward. If it's convenient, Mr. Ashford, we can do a full examination later. Of course, if you don't want outsiders to know your condition, we will maintain strict confidentiality. It was obvious who the outsider was, but Julian decided not to tell Leo that he had hired another doctor. No one in the world looked forward to him standing up more than Leo, but he had no confidence in this matter. The greater the expectation, the greater the disappointment. If he could stand, that would be fine. If he could never stand again. Julian's eyes darkened. It was better not to let people have too much hope. When Leo returned with the tea, he saw the serious scene in the living room. What's wrong? The caregiver smiled. Nothing. Just communicating. Leo looked at them for a few moments. Really? He placed the tea in front of them. Thank you for your hard work during this time. Hearing their boss's wife being so polite, they were startled. They quickly said, no trouble at all. But after Leo arrived, the living room fell silent. Leo seemed to realize something. Should I go for a walk? The caregiver quickly said, as you wish, Mr. Leo. Leo didn't think much of it. He decided to go for a walk in the park. As he stepped out, the disguised doctor followed him. Mr. Leo. Leo turned to look at him. Is something wrong? I just wanted to explain something about Mr. Ashford's rehab. For now, it might be better if you're not present. Leo nodded. But please don't misunderstand. Every patient has self-esteem. They might not want to show their vulnerable side to their loved one. Leo smiled. I understand all that. Whatever you think is best, just do it. As long as it helps Julian. Don't worry about me. I'm not a professional. I wouldn't know what to do. I can't do anything in there. He then turned to the doctor and bowed slightly. Thank you for your hard work. With a thud, just as Leo was about to straighten up, he saw the doctor kneeling on the ground. The doctor, startled by Leo's bow, had quickly knelt down. You're too kind, Mr. Leo. Leo, not understanding, thought it was some kind of etiquette. He also knelt down. You're welcome. The doctor then held his arm. You're too kind. Leo continued, you're welcome. When the caregiver came out to look for them, he saw this scene. Excuse me. Both men looked at the caregiver. The caregiver felt his legs go weak. He then said with a stiff voice, Mr. Ashford's examination is about to begin. The doctor and Leo then both stood up. The caregiver asked what they were doing just now. Leo replied, swearing brotherhood. The caregiver looked at the doctor. The doctor said with a seasoned expression, you wouldn't understand the ways of the world. Leo looked at the caregiver. Thank you for your help in the future too. As he was about to bow, the caregiver's brow twitched. He quickly stepped forward. You mustn't. Only after seeing Leo off did the caregiver breathe a sigh of relief. He then turned to the doctor. I understand now. Being alone without Julian felt strange for Leo. He kicked a pebble as he walked. He returned home around 4 in the afternoon. The caregiver and assistants seemed to have finished their work. They were packing up. Leo opened the door and peeked his head in first. Seeing them packing, he went over. Thank you for your hard work today. They quickly waved their hands. It was no trouble. They then explained some precautions to Leo before leaving. Leo went to Julian's room. He saw him leaning against the headboard. He was clearly a bit weak. Julian, are you okay? Julian was breathing deeply. He tried to calm his breathing. The physical and mental stimulation was hard to recover from. After a while, the man's color gradually returned to normal. What did you do outside? Leo, seeing his color improve, said, just wandered around. "Are you hungry? I'll go make dinner." They chatted for a bit before Leo went to the kitchen. Near dinner time, Julian reviewed the first few rules in his romance handbook. Then he went downstairs to eat. Just like this morning, he stopped eating halfway through. Leo, with his mouth full, looked at Julian in disbelief. "You're full?" Julian took a sip of water. Leo swallowed his food. "Julian, what's wrong? Are you not feeling well somewhere?" Julian glanced at him. No. Seeing him not touch his chopsticks, Leo was puzzled. "Is my cooking not good?" Julian shook his head. Leo's love-struck persona kicked in. "Eat some more. It hurts me to see you eat so little." Julian raised an eyebrow at that. "Really?" Leo nodded. "Of course." After dinner, Julian returned to his room. He took out the romance handbook. He put check marks next to rules 3 and 4. Dating, it wasn't that hard. Your condition has improved a lot, Mr. Ashford. But if you want to stand up, it will take time. Don't rush it. The man was panting. His arms, from the support exercises, still showed prominent veins. His forehead was covered in sweat. Hearing the doctor's words, his eyes flickered. "What's the fastest time?" "Mr. Ashford, we should." The man's voice was low and raspy as he repeated, "What's the fastest time?" The doctor stiffened. The fastest would be half a year to a year. Julian closed his eyes and took a deep breath. The doctor's assistant was packing up nearby. He then cautiously asked, "Mr. Ashford, should we tell Mr. Leo about your improvement?" "No need." Julian opened his eyes, his tone a. "Don't do anything unnecessary." The doctor and his assistant nodded repeatedly. He adjusted his clothes. Then, "Mr. Ashford, we'll see you tomorrow." After getting a response, they left. The assistant was puzzled. "Teacher, why doesn't Mr. Ashford tell Mr. Leo about his obvious improvement?" The doctor didn't answer directly. "You're still young. You don't understand." "Teacher, I'm 16 this year." The doctor glanced at him. An entrepreneur with such incalculable assets lacks nothing. What he lacks is someone's true feelings for him. The assistant had a sudden realization. Mr. Ashford is testing him. Every time they came, Leo would greet them. He didn't have the arrogance of the wealthy. He was very down to earth, always smiling, like a little sun full of energy every day. No one would be unwilling to live with someone as good-looking and nice as Mr. Leo. The assistant thought of Leo's bright smile. Won't Mr. Leo be sad when he finds out? The doctor didn't answer, but the assistant's head drooped in disappointment. Mr. Leo is very concerned about Mr. Ashford. Every time before they left, Leo would ask about Julian's condition for the day. Mr. Leo cares so much about him. But Mr. Ashford hides his improvement. Although he has his reasons, his actions are still hurtful. The assistant's feelings were complex. In the end, he managed to say, "In this way, Mr. Leo is a bit pitiful." The doctor was surprised. "Pitiful?" The assistant nodded. "Don't you think so, teacher?" The doctor paused, then shook his head. The assistant looked surprised. "Teacher, how can you be so cold-blooded?" The doctor shook his head. "It's not that I'm cold-blooded. It's that you're too young." The assistant was confused. The doctor and his assistant walked out of the house. He then turned back. "Do you think Mr. Ashford's house is big?" The assistant nodded. "Big. You could play golf here. Mr. Leo lives here every day." The assistant was speechless. The doctor continued, "How much do you earn a month?" "About 10,000 without bonuses." "Do you remember the gold card Mr. Leo used the first time he paid?" The assistant nodded. "I remember. When Mr. Leo took it out. It almost blinded him. The doctor said, "The money on that card. You couldn't earn it in 3 lifetimes of not eating or drinking." The assistant was speechless again. The doctor turned to look at him. "Is Mr. Leo still pitiful now?" The assistant was speechless. He didn't know if Mr. Leo was pitiful now, but after the comparison, he seemed more pitiful. The assistant took a deep breath. He didn't know where he got the courage to pity Leo just now. Leo was returning with bubble tea when he bumped into them. Leo waved to them. "Doctor, assistant." His arm waved in the air like seaweed. The young man was wearing a light-colored sweatshirt. His delicate, innocent face had its usual smile. His hair shone lightly in the sun. His clear eyes were slightly curved. He was breathtakingly handsome. The assistant was momentarily dazed. But he quickly replied, "Mr. Leo." Leo hurried over. "Thank you for your hard work today, too." He then placed 2 cups of bubble tea in their hands. The doctor said, "Thank you." Leo waved his hand. "You're welcome. Can Julian drink this now?" The doctor gave a neutral answer. "He can, but water is healthier." Leo nodded. "So he couldn't drink it." After a few more pleasantries, he waved goodbye. Leo went straight to the 3rd floor after returning home. He changed his clothes first. Then he walked to Julian's room. "Julian, I'm back." Seeing the door ajar, he peeked in first. He then stuck his fluffy head in. Julian had just finished showering. Seeing him, he said, "Come in." Leo, seeing he was in good spirits, walked in cheerfully with the bubble tea. Since he was wearing home clothes, he didn't hesitate. He sat down on the bed. Julian glanced at him but said nothing. Leo looked at his back. "What did you do today?" "Just some waist and arm exercises." Leo pulled him onto the bed. "Do you feel any improvement?" Julian was silent for a long time. He thought about how his legs were able to exert force today. But in the end, he shook his head. Seeing his dejected face, Leo quickly comforted him. "It's okay. We'll take it slow." He then offered the bubble tea. "Want some?" Julian looked at the pearl milk tea. Leo said with a serious face, "I got you a large cup on purpose." Julian thought for a moment. "I can't finish it." "I believe you, you devil." "Actually, the doctor said it's better for you to drink water." Leo asked tentatively, "Should I drink it for you?" In the end, Leo put 2 straws in his mouth and drank the bubble tea. Julian looked at him and couldn't help but smile. "Is it good?" Leo nodded. "It's good." Seeing his intense gaze, Leo felt a bit guilty. "Do you want a sip?" He offered 1 cup to him. Julian looked down at the straw he had just used. Leo followed his gaze and quickly came to his senses. "Wait, I'll get a cup and pour some for you." Just as Leo was about to get up, the cup was taken from his hand. "No need." The man lowered his head and drank from the same straw. Leo was stunned. He remembered Julian having a slight case of mysophobia. At first, he would even scowl if he entered his room. And now he was sharing a straw with him. Leo didn't know how to phrase it. He asked dryly, "Is it good?" Julian handed the bubble tea back. Leo asked if he wasn't drinking anymore. The doctor said to drink more water. After speaking, the man stared at Leo. Leo looked at the 2 cups of bubble tea in his hands. Then he looked at Julian. Julian asked if he wasn't drinking anymore. Leo replied, "Huh? Drink? Drink." The man's gaze was intense. For some reason, Leo felt like he was waiting for him to drink it. Leo obediently lowered his head and took a big sip from both straws. He then looked at the other man with his cheeks puffed out like a chipmunk. Leo finished both cups of bubble tea in his room before leaving. After he left, Julian took out the romance handbook. He put a checkmark under Rule 9. After dinner, they were watching the animal show on the sofa as usual. Soon, the doorbell rang. Leo checked the time. It was almost 8 at night. Who could it be at this hour? Leo got up. I'll go see. Seeing Julian about to say something, Leo added, I won't open the door for strangers. Leo went to the door and looked at the security monitor. A familiar large face was pressed against the camera. Damn! Leo was so scared he took a step back. He then picked up the intercom. It's me. I know. The young man, whose name was Alex, frowned. Then why aren't you opening the door? What are you doing here so late at night? Alex ran a hand through his hair in frustration. I had a fight with my mom. Oh, teenage angst. The gate opened with a buzz. Alex was speechless. Leo returned to the living room. Your nephew is here. Julian's brow furrowed sharply. Before he could speak, Alex walked in with a sports bag. What's wrong now? Alex's bravado instantly deflated when he saw his uncle. Nothing, just a small disagreement with my mom. He changed the subject. Is there anything to eat? I'm hungry, Leo said from the side. There are leftovers. I don't eat leftovers, Alex said in a spoiled tone. Go make me something new. Julian looked up and glared at him. Alex instantly shuddered. Leftovers are fine too. Leo looked back at Julian in confusion. The man was calmly drinking tea, not even glancing their way. Didn't you say you didn't want to eat them? Who said that? Alex's voice was so loud it could have been heard around the world. I love leftovers. Leo's mouth twitched. Then wait a bit. I'll make you some egg fried rice with the leftovers. He then shuffled away. After he left, Julian placed his cup on the coffee table. The sound wasn't loud, just crisp. But Alex swallowed hard. Julian looked at Alex, his eyes dark and scary. Come here. Alex walked over nervously. Just as he was about to sit down next to him, the man's deep voice came. Did I say you could sit? Alex shot up straight. When Leo returned, he saw Alex standing there with his backpack. He looked like a rooted tree. Leo was confused. Why aren't you sitting? Julian said calmly he likes to stand. Really? Alex said stiffly, yes. The food is ready. Sit down and eat. He handed the fried rice to him. Just as Alex was about to move, the cold voice came again. Stand. Alex's tall body instantly froze. Leo asked how he could eat while standing. Julian said he was performing right now. Alex looked at the golden fried rice in his hands. Felt as heavy as a mountain. Leo tilted his head. You have this hobby? A single, muffled syllable. Alex said stiffly, standing is good for digestion. He was suffering in silence. If he knew coming here meant eating leftovers and standing as punishment, he wouldn't have fought with his mom. Leo persuaded him. Sit down and eat. You'll be uncomfortable standing. Alex was grateful, but he didn't dare to sit without his uncle's permission. He secretly glanced at Julian. Julian glanced at him. What are you looking at? Alex quickly shook his head. Nothing. Sit if he tells you to. Only then did Alex put down his bag and sit. He placed the plate on the coffee table. His large body hunched over a small stool, eating noisily. Leo watched his ravenous eating. How long has it been since you last ate? Alex, with his head down, held up 3 long fingers. Leo was surprised. 3 days? Alex took a sip of water and swallowed. 3 hours. He then devoured the fried rice. In a few minutes, the plate was empty. Alex looked at Leo like a refugee. Is there more? Leo nodded. Yes, in the pot in the kitchen. This time, Alex learned his lesson. He didn't speak. He just held out the plate to him. The intention was obvious. Get me some more. The man's cold voice came. Don't you have hands? Alex was speechless. In the end, to avoid running back and forth, Alex served himself all the remaining fried rice. Looking at the mountain in his bowl, Leo asked, "Has your appetite always been this good?" Alex nodded seriously. He added cautiously, "Although I'm an athlete, I've always been a big eater. It's been like this since I was a kid. I don't know why. What other reason could there be?" Leo looked back at Julian. Genetics. After he finished eating, Julian finally looked at him properly. What was it this time? Mom doesn't understand. Alex was like a grumpy lion. She always forces me to do things I don't want to do. She never understands. Why is that? Leo spoke up quietly from the side. Do you really not have a clue? Running away from home for a cause. Being treated like an idiot and an ATM. Alex defended himself. I just don't like her forcing me to do things I don't like. Julian asked for an example. Extra tutoring. Alex said he didn't think it was necessary. Julian pointed out he had half a year until graduation. Alex said seriously, I think tutoring is just a waste of time. Oh, a top student. I didn't expect my nephew, who looks as silly as a husky, to be so smart inside. Leo, eating grapes, asked him, are you aiming for Harvard or Yale? Alex looked a bit embarrassed. I don't know yet, but I think both are possible. Really? Leo asked what his current score was. 350. Leo's chewing paused. Alex looked at him shyly. Which one do you think is better? Leo was silent for a moment. He then patted his shoulder. School isn't the only way out. Alex took out his phone. He saw no missed calls from his mother. It's not always like this. I just hope Mom can solve the problem between us. Leo said quietly, have you ever thought that you are the problem? Alex looked at them. Is this how you treat a high school senior? Julian said he could leave. Alex was like a spring. Then you guys can just criticize me. Since there were no maids, the guest rooms were not cleaned. Alex had to sleep on the sofa again. He had already curled up on the sofa. Leo put a blanket on him and went back to the third floor with Julian. Leo opened the room door for him. It's getting late. Rest well. Julian said if Alex said anything to him next time, he could ignore it. No, I don't mind. Leo said, respect the old and love the young. A family should be together. Julian looked at him. Good night. Not yet. He then hurried back to his own room and came back. He was holding a bottle of milk. Drink this before you sleep. I know. Leo's wrist twisted slightly. With a pop, he opened the bottle cap. He handed it to his helpless baby. Drink up. After the man took the milk, he pushed him into the room. I went to a traditional medicine clinic to learn some massage techniques while you were doing rehab. I asked the doctor. He said a massage before bed every day is good. He then brought him and himself to the bed. Leo sat beside him and started massaging his legs without another word. The young man was focused. His hands were small on the man's legs. Julian, do you feel anything? Leo leaned over, pressing his elbow lightly on a pressure point. He didn't dare to use too much force. Julian looked down and was stunned. The young man was wearing loose pajamas. As he leaned over, the fabric fell away. He could clearly see his fair neck and chest. The man's Adam's apple bobbed. But thinking the book hadn't reached this step yet, he took a deep breath and looked away. Leo, seeing his pale face, wasn't sure of the situation. Julian, do you feel anything now? Julian? Julian closed his eyes. If you keep doing this, I will. Really? Hearing his excited tone, Julian's brow twitched. He saw Leo roll up his sleeves, eager to try. Then I'll massage you some more. He didn't give him a chance to refuse. He buried his head and worked hard. He leaned over, then tilted to the side. Julian, unable to avoid the sight, looked elsewhere, but his gaze unconsciously fell on him. After a full massage, Leo was sweating. He looked up to check on him. He found that his forehead was also covered in a thin layer of sweat. Leo was surprised. "Are you hot too, Julian?" He took out some tissues to wipe him. Julian's voice was hoarse. "I'll do it myself." Leo said, "Oh." But he asked expectantly, "How is it? Do you feel anything?" If he did, he would massage him every day. The man heard this and swallowed. He said slowly, "No." Leo was disappointed. "Really? Then I'll learn for a while longer before I massage you again." Looking at the sweat on his forehead, he said, "I'll push you to take a shower." He was about to lift the blanket on his waist. Julian reached out and held it down. "No need. You're not going?" Julian removed his hand. "Not right now." Leo was surprised. He knew Julian's habits well. If he was sweaty, he would never stay in bed. Julian looked at him, his tone a bit unnatural. "I'm starting to feel something." Leo heard that it was a delayed effect. "Really? Then wait a bit before I push you." "No need." Julian refused. "You go back and rest. I'll go by myself. You don't have to force yourself." "I'm not." After Leo left the room, the man finally sighed in relief. He then went to the bathroom. An hour later, Julian returned to bed and took out his nightly reading. 10. When with someone you like, treat them as a special case. In simple terms, have double standards. For them, you have a different set of standards. Let them feel that you care about them the most. Julian finished his daily review and closed the book. He then turned off the light and went to sleep. The next morning, Leo got up as usual. When he went to the first floor to cook, he saw Alex still sleeping soundly on the sofa. Leo remembered the doctor saying today's rehab session was crucial. It would surely be much harder. So he made a special pot of chicken soup. Alex, who had been sound asleep, shot up from the sofa when he smelled the food. Time to eat. He went to the kitchen. "Hey, what's for breakfast today?" Leo didn't look at him. "Oatmeal and buns." Alex pointed. "What's that?" "Chicken soup." "I want some." Leo's face hardened. "That's for your uncle." Alex timidly retracted his hand. "Pretend I didn't say anything." Soon, Julian also came downstairs. Seeing Leo coming out of the kitchen with the soup, Julian spoke. "Good morning." Leo smiled. "Good morning." Alex also raised his hand, ready to greet him. But the man in the wheelchair just passed him by. Alex said sourly, "Uncle, what about me?" Julian glanced at him. "Whatever. Single dogs have no rights." After breakfast, Leo planned to take Alex out. Alex was reluctant. "Sunday, no school. I want to lie at home." Leo said firmly, "No." "Why?" "Your uncle has important things to do. You'll disturb him if you stay home." Only then did Alex relent. After leaving with him, he asked, "What are we doing now?" "Going to the traditional medicine clinic." "What for?" Leo stopped at a red light. "To learn massage." "That's great. My stomach hasn't been feeling well lately. I can go get it checked out." They went to the clinic. Leo greeted people familiarly. As a guardian, he decided to accompany Alex first. "How is he, doctor?" The doctor pushed up his glasses. "Nothing much. Just some indigestion." Alex frowned. "Doctor, can you check again? I feel like there's something else." "You're not happy if you're not sick?" The doctor confirmed again, "It's just indigestion. Nothing else." Alex said, "But WebMD says." Leo slapped him on the head. "You've been reading too much WebMD." "Why?" "A disease that can be cured in a week. After reading about it, you'll think you only have a week to live." Alex was speechless. After Alex's checkup, Leo was ready to find the massage master. Alex, a tall figure, blocked his way. "What now?" "Learning massage." Leo said, "If you have nothing to do, you can come watch." Alex had nothing to do anyway. Is there a place to lie down? Of course. You can lie on the bed. Then let's go. He then followed Leo in swaggeringly. Leo looked at the old master who had just finished a massage. Master, thank you for your trouble today too. The old master smiled kindly at Leo. No trouble. He saw the tall young man with Leo. Oh, you brought someone today. Who is this? Leo patted Alex's shoulder. My nephew. I didn't know you were an uncle at such a young age. Is he your blood relative? Leo smiled shyly. A wedding gift. Alex was speechless. Leo washed his hands and got ready. Today, he was still practicing on a mannequin with pressure points marked. Leo watched the master's movements with his mouth open. He then clapped his hands and took out a small notebook. He jotted down some important points. The old master looked at his serious expression. How was the effect after you massaged your husband yesterday? My technique isn't good enough. He didn't feel anything. Leo scratched his head. It was my first time. I didn't dare to use too much force. I was afraid of hurting him. The old master nodded. It was a common problem for beginners. Actually, learning massage is a gradual process. You can only improve if you dare to try. Although the pressure points are marked clearly on the mannequin, it's easier to practice on a real person. The old master scratched his newly dyed black hair. I didn't think about it either. Where can I find a real person for you? Alex was lying on the side, observing their teaching. He then saw Leo slowly turn to look at him. Alex was speechless. A real person just appeared. Alex instantly became alert. What are you looking at me for? I'm not being that real person. A brilliant smile appeared on Leo's harmless face. Nephew. Alex quickly tightened his collar. Don't come near me. I'm 17 this year. This is child labor. The old master said, young man, you're being too serious. He won't hurt you. He's your uncle after all. Alex replied, a wedding gift. 5 minutes later, Alex was lying on another bed, looking resigned. Leo looked at his sullen face. What's wrong? Nothing. Alex said with a sour face, just a little regret. Regret what? Regretting fighting with my mom. He then pouted. I miss my mom. Leo patted his head comfortingly. Don't be sad. Your sacrifice will be rewarded. Alex looked at him resentfully. Leo said he would make him pork ribs for dinner. Only then did Alex relent. Then make a lot. I don't need you to tell me that. With your and your uncle's appetite, you could eat the pot itself. Leo was a beginner. He had many problems when he massaged. Either the force was not enough or it was too strong. Alex thrashed on the bed like a big fish. Leo looked at him apologetically. Why don't you take a nap first? Alex looked at the demonic claw on his calf. I can't sleep. Although it was painful during the massage, Alex felt light and refreshed when he got up. Alex stretched a bit. Your massage is not bad. Leo heard this and wiggled his fingers. Really? It might be from not stretching properly during sports. My legs have been a bit uncomfortable these few days. After your massage, I feel much better. Alex said he would look for him next time. Leo said he would give him a discount. Shouldn't it be free? Even blood brothers need to be clear about money. Not to mention you're a wedding gift. Leo then patted his shoulder. Let's go. I'll take you to buy pork ribs. Alex pouted. That's more like it. After leaving the clinic, Alex didn't feel anything strange. But as they walked, he found something was wrong. Why are you always walking through small alleys? This way is faster. He pointed to the alley ahead. We'll be there once we get out. Alex looked in the direction he pointed. He didn't see the mall or supermarket he expected. Aren't we going to buy groceries? The mall is over there. Leo shook his head. We're not going to the mall. It's too expensive there. We're going to the wet market. Alex had heard of this place but had never been. When he followed him in, he was greeted by the smell of fish. Alex covered his nose and mouth. "What's that smell?" "It's just the smell of fish." He pointed to a fish stall not far away. Many fresh, live fish were jumping in the water tanks. Alex frowned. "Why does it smell different from the fish I eat?" Leo asked if the fish he ate cooked itself. He then pulled him to take a look. "We'll have fish for dinner tonight too." Seeing him about to go, Alex quickly stopped him. "Aren't we buying pork ribs? Hurry up." Leo nodded. Seeing his resistance, he found it amusing. "All right then." He then led him to the pork rib stall. Alex, a tall young man, suddenly hid behind Leo. Leo looked at him in confusion. "What's wrong now? Why is that pig's head just lying there?" "It scared me," he said with a terrified tone. "Why is the meat hanging like that?" Leo said it looked better displayed that way. He then led him to a meat stall. The owner was sharpening a knife on a cutting board. Alex took a step back. "What can I get for you, sir?" "A few pounds of large bones and pork ribs." "Processed?" Leo nodded. "Yes." Leo ordered a lot. The owner was very enthusiastic. He chopped the pork ribs with a thudding sound. He even gave him some pork belly for free. The owner said to come again next time. "Okay." Leo politely said goodbye and left with Alex. Alex swallowed. "Did you used to come here often to buy groceries?" Leo said it was much cheaper and fresher than the mall. Alex looked back at the meat stall and said nothing more. They walked home. As they passed a small park, he couldn't help but glance at the cotton candy stall. Alex looked and found quite a few people lining up. "What's so good about that sickly sweet stuff?" Leo glanced over. "Should we get one too?" Alex turned his head away. "I'm not going." Seeing him not move, Leo went to queue up by himself. The owner looked at Leo. "What kind would you like, sir?" Leo looked at the flower-shaped cotton candy a little girl was holding. The same as the little girl. The owner looked at his youthful appearance. "Buying it for yourself?" "No, for my nephew." "Really?" The owner asked with a smile. "Why don't I see him?" Leo pointed in a direction. "He's over there." The owner looked and said he didn't see him. He only saw a tall guy. "He's there." Leo pointed to the tall young man. He then gave a dry laugh. "You're a good uncle. You must be close." "No, a wedding gift." Leo bought the cotton candy and put it in Alex's hand. "Eat up." Alex looked down at the pink cotton candy in his hand and was stunned. "I don't want it." He said so, but his hand was clenched tightly. Leo didn't expose him. He said nothing and turned to go home. By the time they reached the door, the cotton candy was gone. They changed their shoes. The first thing Alex did was go drink water. Damn, this cotton candy was sweeter than he thought. After putting away the groceries, Leo planned to go upstairs to find Julian. Seeing Alex also getting into the elevator, he was confused. "Why are you coming up?" "I didn't bring any change of clothes. I'm gonna borrow some from my uncle." Leo asked what was in the bag he was carrying yesterday. Alex said shamelessly, "My blanket." They reached the third floor. They found Julian's room door ajar. Just as Leo was about to knock, he saw the man with his hands on the wheelchair's armrests. He was slightly lifting his body, as if trying to stand up. Alex, seeing him stop, whispered, "Why aren't you going in?" But his leg strength was not enough. The man had just tried to use his legs for support when he fell from the wheelchair. A muffled thud. Alex, seeing this, was about to rush in. UNC. Leo quickly covered his mouth. He pulled him away from the door. "Shoo! Don't make a sound." Alex removed his hand. "Didn't you see?" Leo looked serious. "I saw." "Then why the hell?" "He doesn't need it." Leo held his arm. "He can do it." Alex was stunned. Julian doesn't need pity. He looked more serious than Alex had ever seen him. He said again, firmly, he can do it himself. Inside the room, the man crawled up from the floor. He held onto the wheelchair, trying to get back on. Another thud. Seeing him about to move again, Leo gritted his teeth. You stay put. He looked back at the door and then dragged him into the elevator. When they reached the first floor, Alex looked at Leo in confusion. You didn't help him, and you stopped me from helping him. Didn't you see my uncle fell? How can he get back up by himself? Leo said that was his own business. Leo looked at Alex. There's nothing to be angry about. You know better than I do. Julian never needs pity. Alex was stunned. He suddenly seemed to understand Leo's meaning. It wasn't that he didn't want to help. It was that helping was more hurtful than not helping. That pathetic and embarrassing state. No one would want others to see it. Alex finally calmed down, but his heart felt heavy. If it wasn't for that bastard back then, my uncle wouldn't be like this. Leo frowned at his foul language. Watch your language. I'm not wrong. It's because of that kid. He didn't know the reason for Julian's leg injury. He only knew there was a fire. Leo asked why. Alex gritted his teeth. My uncle was at a charity gala that caught fire. He had a chance to escape. But because that damn kid was hiding in a corner and wouldn't go to the escape route, my uncle went back to save him and was crushed under the rubble. Leo's eyes widened. He didn't speak for a long time. He never thought he was paralyzed because he saved someone. That kid is fine. Not only is he fine, he also took a large sum of money from my uncle's hands. Leo was shocked. How could a child do that? Why not? Alex yelled. He was from an orphanage. No one would look for him if he died. He didn't say a word during questioning. It was all for the money. Leo felt a sudden chill. If Julian hadn't turned back in that fire, the child he saved might have died. Although Julian seemed to be living a glamorous life, what he faced behind it was a hideous conspiracy. Using lives as a gamble. For money and power, they could harm lives. Leo was trembling all over. He finally sat down in a chair. Julian wasn't always that crazy and terrifying Julian. He was once a spirited man standing at the top. But he did not lose his humanity and compassion. He had power, money, outstanding looks, and a prominent family. His life was perfect. He never had to worry about his livelihood. He was free-spirited and had strong self-control and abilities. He had a chance to escape that fire. He had a chance to continue living in the sun. It said that the richer you are, the more you cherish life. They have everything. What they need is life and time. But Julian turned back. He turned back without hesitation in that fire. His tall, straight body was crushed under the rubble. He could never stand up again.